Yes, this is me, Hudson George, doing my live again. Today is October 24th, I think. Yeah, somewhere around there. All right. So I'm doing a live, and so my topic today is be careful with Grenada government team ward transformation. Be careful with that word. Now, the government have a team word, transformation. Now, transformation and restoration is not the same word. So, if those of you who believe the government team word transformation, and if you look at what happened on October 19th, just days ago, you guys got to be careful in Grenada. Transformation. Is it restoration? Restoration or transformation? You got to be careful with the government people and the slogan. Especially if you're from rural Grenada, they think you're stupid. Now, and before I start my live, I have to say that most Grenadians don't know that before slavery was abolished in Grenada, there were some black people in St. Paul's, Mardi Gras, and St. George's Parish, who were British loyalists. Right? And they had a kind of freedom, Those days, they didn't care about slavery. These people didn't care about slavery. Right? Because the man who lead the militia was a Creole, French Creole man, kind of white man, mulatto man, what you want to say, Louis La Grenade. Right? So you had Louis La Grenade, senior and junior, until slavery was abolished, running militia in those areas so that rural Grenadians don't rebel again, and the British are going to lose Grenada. Now, all right. Now, these people had special privilege since until 1951 when Gary came. When Eric Matthew Gary came, they lose some privilege. Right? So anyway, just getting you full for thought. We will go into that next time. Now, there are people in this area very close to that government, and they're not real NDC. They don't believe in democracy. Historically, they don't believe in democracy. So, this word transformation, what you hear, we have a young prime minister. I don't know if you're aware of what he's doing. This thing about, I heard talking about building a shrine on Fort George, but they don't say in Fort George these days, they say Fort Rupert again. So names goes and come, Because if you read the Bible, the place they call Cyrene in the desert of the Bible is now called Benghazi. So most likely in the desert of the Bible, Simon and Cyrene was a black guy. Was a black man when he helped Jesus carry the cross. That's 2024 years ago. That time, he didn't have Muslim people in Africa yet. The Arabs didn't come down yet. So, Simon and Cyrene was a black man, Don't let nobody fool you with that. I don't go to church, I don't pray with plenty people because too much hypocrites out there. Anyway, let me go back to my topic. What is going on here? You guys have to monitor that word transformation. So if they're building a shrine upon the fort, they want to. Is that transformation or restoration? Because you want to make Maurice Bishop a hero. Maurice Bishop was there before as as a leading Grenada with a military wasn't democratically. So you're transforming in, is it transformation or restoration? Don't let these people and them fool you. Now, I want to go into some little things now before I jump back. I did a live on about October 19th, Heroes Day, and I put it on YouTube and Facebook. But on YouTube, I get lots more views than on Facebook. I get thousands of views on Facebook. I don't really care about that, but I get thousands of views on Facebook, right? So, people watch the live and they're still watching it. Some agree, some don't agree. But there's a group of people who tell me I get paid to do that. Well, I don't get paid to do that, you know. I've been writing newspaper for a lot of years, and it was not for money. And a blogging my thing is not for money. I'm not in nobody's pocket. Nobody paying me. I use media. When I was in school here at York, there was a old man in one of the Caribbean islands who name was sentenced for leaks in another Caribbean island, one of them big islands, for corporal punishment. And there was a student from that island come and he tell me, boy, you just write newspaper, write an article and we go send to that newspaper, a popular newspaper, one of the oldest newspaper in the Caribbean. Go in the library, write the thing, send it in. Talk about how corporal punishment is that's how they used to treat the slave. 2 days or 3 days later, we hear they say that old guy, he didn't get beaten again. The corporal punishment sentence was no longer passed upon the man. Because that man, he stole some well-known rich person or political figure products from the property. Alright? Now also once there's a Grenadian guy his father is a popular Caribbean singer. And he's a reggae singer too. He said, boy, hey, you just write newspaper. I want you to do something for me. I said, what it is? He said, oh, I want you to write so that I could get in touch with that with his family. And he go see his father and so. I write that for him again. I was in Grenada when he asked me to do it. That guy lives sometimes in Hermitage and sometimes he live in Conference, going on before with La Poterie, but in Conference. Right? I write for the guy. He get to meet his famous father and he told me in contact with the family. He meet brothers, sisters, he told me too. He told me he have lots of brothers and sisters, right? So when I did that for that guy, no dollars didn't pass. Because he had no money to give me. Right? Grenada, and next time a guy related to Malcolm X tell me he is the sole person in charge of the Malcolm X family estate presently. He have all the certificate and history of the Malcolm X family. And he tell me tour guides in Grenada just go on the property. And they don't have no respect. He come in on the property with the tourists, they don't asking him and they doesn't pay. He tell them that is not right. They don't have respect for him. He said media people in Grenada don't listening to him. So, well, I'll do live but the guy know me. So he asked me. I say, yeah, I do 2 live for him. When I do 2 live for him, he get in touch with people in the high American people call him. People high up in American, right? Thing call him. And he also get contact with Muhammad Ali's son. Right? Nobody ain't doing that for the guy, you know. He related to Malcolm X, but they just, Grenada have 150 different class of people. So in the area, he related to Malcolm X, but maybe they don't want to do it for him. Then also, the guy have the Malcolm X Foundation now. I think he tell me he talk to people in some people. He talk to high people, man. High people. Officials, man. He said they phone him, right? Right? But the guy wasn't getting any attention. Another woman called me and she tell me child protection takes she children in Grenada. I do a live for her. I don't know the true story. I do the live. I just tell her, don't say anything stupid so I go run in trouble. All right? She didn't say anything for me to run in trouble. I do 2 live for her. Right? Because it's a woman now. She gives birth to her children. So if government takes she children, people must hear she story too. A story to one side. It's just like the revolution. If you give them a chance, all you hear is how Morris Bishop was like a Jesus Christ. I don't want to hear that. Stories are different side. So all the people, I do those things for these people, but they didn't give me money. But because I criticize Heroes Day, and I say Morris Bishop is no hero. October is 19th. Should be Freedom Day. I get paid. I don't know who paying me. I don't know if money does fall from the sky. It's just as some years ago, a lady asked me to supply some things that was right for a newspaper in Grenada. And the people start publishing it. We were going on good. And some Revo people from St. George's, some who come from the PRG, all of them from town, they tear up print me. I don't like tongue people. Right? So, what print there already, and then I don't get more print from that media. Right? So that media was under pressure not to print me. I don't hold any grudge. Because I know how Grenada go already. So I just saying, I cannot be bought and I'm not for sale. I don't believe if you could do something creative, you should use it like a mercenary. So you can't go and tell me, oh, give me money to write about somebody. I don't doing it. Another guy living in Toronto told me he borrowed a lady in Grenada, a well-known person, money and she didn't pay him back. He tell me he just see her out in the media and so you want to do a live on her. You want me on it, so you come on my thing to do it. I say, bro, me are taking part in that. I don't go into things like that because if I have to do live, it have to be something where it wouldn't be confusion after it. So when I see that lady in the media now, I just be laughing. Understand? But I don't take part in things like that. But if somebody asks me, they want to do a live, maybe the police beat them, I might do it. And I don't use media, use social media to belittle people, and I don't care who is Prime Minister of Grenada, I won't say nothing dirty about you. I have respect for people. But if I have to criticize you politically, I go do it. So when they say I get paid, I was laughing. I wonder who pay me. I know when we are little children and your parents want you to go to bed early, they tell you, Bagidi coming, Basil coming, Makushat coming. You know, there are things like ghosts or zombie coming to send you, so you will go to bed. Well, I want to know if it's Makushat what pay me, if it's zombie pay me, Basil pay me, or Bagidi pay me to write what I'm writing. To say what I said in the broadcast. I just do podcasts, I'm doing those things. But I like writing more than what I'm doing presently. Because me, as a man, I like to wake up midnight when everybody's sleeping and I writing thing. Right? I like that. It's nice. It's kind of spiritual. You understand? Especially when I drink a coffee. So anyway, going back to this thing about transformation. I believe the government want to trick the people because I won't say every NDC, you know, but there is something happening inside there. Remember, the NJM was New Jewel Movement people and Maurice Bishop handful of MAP people, and Bernard Codo. But in the end, the Jewel Movement people get kicked out. And MAP and Orwell stay until they kill each other. And then America invade. I think tomorrow marking 41 years since America invade. Is tomorrow is the 41 year? I think so. So we had to watch that word transformation. And who is using who? Don't wait for too late, you know, before you open your eye. The old people used to say when you wake in your morning, clear all the kakaje in your eye, wash your face so you could see. Nobody is paying me to do what I'm doing. Because I don't need to do what I'm doing to look for people on program to do it. I could just take a word, call any word, like what dealing with transformation right now. I could just look for a word dubious and do a live with it. I could just say today I'm talking about size. Size, like the word size, and make a live. Creative. You understand? Right? So nobody is paying me. So the word transformation, that is not transformation, but better than say restoration than transformation. Because they restore the foot. They do some restoration on the photo, some construction work to transform it into a shrine. So now every religion have a shrine. If I'm correct, based on what I hear in the news, what is a shrine? Are they making Maurice Bishop into a god? What kind of god? A devil god? A god that worship the devil or a god that worship what? You understand? Now, in my life, walks of life, I used to go and do poetry all about. I even do stand-up poetry already. I happen to meet people from all over the world. From all kind of, I meet people from African religions and all kind of things already. I meet people from the Caribbean that practice African religion and everything. I meet different people. From the continent, I meet people everywhere. Right? So these are things we know of our ancestors' religion. But when you telling me you go try make a shrine on the foot because 19 people were killed, what, are we creating a new God in Grenada? This thing, is that transformation what it is? No, I'm a senior citizen. I have to ask questions. I live long enough. I'm not. I went to my 20s and 30s and 40s and up to being a senior. Right? Every 10 years of your life is a graduation. So every 10 years of your life, or every 7 years, or every 10 years, you must make a life review. You have a young prime minister. People vote for him by X. He cannot transform Grenada on us and tell us no more X. He there for life. If you take transformation from that line, and he shouldn't be allowed to just change things without we questioning. You have to question your leader. And next thing again, and next word I see coming back too. Another guy told Michael Battis he must, when he criticizing, he must be constructive. Now that word constructive criticism, that's what he said. That word, that term, constructive criticism was popular during the PRG time. So what the PRG was telling you, they have power, and if your criticism is not constructive, you could end up going to jail, or maybe you might have to run away, or they might kill you, right? So I seen all this language back. Don't let them people fool you, bro. We don't need. Now, let us remember something. You see countries like Niger, Burkina Faso, Mali, and those countries, they need strong men to rule them. Because these countries and them are vast, full of minerals, with different tribes, and maybe not good road communication for the military to secure all these big countries. Plus they have the Frenchman exploiting the wealth. And then you have the mixed race Arabs up on the north bordering them Islamic Arab countries. And you have some mixed race one. They look in Caribbean, we go say mulatto or what. But they go call themselves Arab, they won't call themselves black. And they want to cut states from the black people country. Right? The black African country. So, countries like Niger, Chad, and Burkina Faso. Not Chad. Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso. They need strongman rule. Grenada, we don't need strongman rule. Because we don't have no big imperialist country trying to grab anything from us. All we have to do is practice the system we have in the proper way. We don't need no Morris Bishop as we idol. You don't want 4 years from now, you and your neighbor cannot sit eye to eye. Because you might be supporting Dick Mitchell restoration and your neighbor not supporting it. And you or your neighbor start seeing one another like enemy. We don't need to go back to that. Don't expect everybody in Grenada going to have the same political belief. So we don't going back that road. And as long as I could go live, I will go live and I will say what I have to say. Because as I tell you, I live long enough. We don't live forever. A lot of people I grew up with, they're dead already. you understand? And some of them are alive. But I don't say some of them will die. I say smoking is not a good thing. Because when I check out most of those people I grew up with, and they die. He could be sick, smoking, or he be part of the death. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Well, anyway, you have to be vigilant in Grenada, you know. Don't let no small group of people come and trick you. And as I tell you already, villages like St. Paul, Montjalou, and St. George's, the capital town, these people were militias since before slavery are abolished. Go and read your history. Some of the black ones too. The black ones, they were the militia for the mulattoes and the semi-white down, so what was pro-British. So this is the same people who tell you we want to transform Grenada into anti-imperialism. No bother with them. Stay away from that. They're like mosquito fighting with eagle. You understand? Lion no kill jackal. Lion and hyena just fight for food. When the lion make a kill. Right? But the jackal just take piece of meat and run. Lion doesn't study jackal. Well, you know what? In the animal kingdom, I like the honey badger. Honey badger love honey. And he eat snake, he eat anything, but he love honey. And honey badger, those scared of lion, tiger, nobody, wherever, leopard, whatever. Honey badger don't fear of nobody because he don't trouble nobody. But when they try to damage the honey badger, he just get away. So tell them I'm like a honey badger. I'm wrong for some time still. I have more life to do and more thing to say. We don't going back that way again. Grenada is a country. If we were speaking Spanish, perhaps they would say we're in South America, you know. Because we were colonized by the British. They won't say South America, they will just say Southern Eastern Caribbean. We deep south, but we're in South America. Grenada is a South American island, geographically. Now we have to stay away from global politics. When changes come in the world and when he come. You don't have the power to bamba. Like old people say, who don't have good foot, take in front. Grenada don't have no good foot. So you have to run early. Don't get yourself involved in all this thing. Be careful with that word, transformation. Monitor it. And anytime they tell you about constructive criticism, they're telling you they have a monopoly on ideas. And if you go against it, you are enemy. We don't went back that road. No way. Anyway, this is me, Hudson George. I gone, you know. I gone till I come again. Gone.